You know, this impeachment thing, it's kind of cool to watch. It's kind of cool to see. Probably thinking, cool, huh? You know how the sides eat at each other when they're supposed to be there for the American people. And you see where they only pick their groups. It's like the DNC putting on for their candidate. And some of the rhetoric, open borders, free insurance for illegals, screw the people living here. They push those narratives, and then they say, oh, and, we'll do this for you guys, which is, you'll get the bottom of the barrel. That's generally how it ends up sounding and being. They just go through with their rhetoric over and over and over again, trying to appease the masses in some fashion, in some way. But it's not but. The cool part of all of it is actually seeing, the breaking points of people. Like with this one with Trump and the narrative of making things up. And that's my opinion. I can see it at this point. Person puts out the phone call. You hear all the rhetoric on both sides. And there's one piece of information that I found that was more relevant than the rest. And I forget who said it. But when they went on, they said, all transactions are a quid pro quo. You do this for me, I do this for you. And it's not always directly said, but it's always there. Everybody knows. So, we give money to places and they don't do what we ask. Well, we stop giving them money, until they do that. And we tell them one way or another. We did it with, South America. We've done it with many places. You don't help out, then why are we giving you, free money? It's supposed to be for your people. It's supposed to be for this. On and on and on. But with this one, Trump saying, hey, could you look into, what happened in 2016? I can't see an issue there, personally. I think we all who actually care want to know, because there's a lot of questions, like text messages. I don't care who they were from and who they were to, so much as the fact that FBI agents and maybe others, and higher up governmental jobs, talking about the presidency and how they could affect it. That I question. Because it makes you really wonder, what exactly did go on? What exactly is going on? It's kind of a dangerous thing, if you will. Knowing that there are people out there that could adversely affect an outcome. It'd be kind of like going and doing your vote and realizing that they're just taking just your signature. Obviously I know you don't sign it, but taking your signature off and putting it on something else. Or saying, oh, we're just doing this, but in reality your vote just doesn't matter because we've already had it picked because the system is set up that way. I know the Electoral College for the presidency, but I'm saying across the board. For all accounts, if that's the way it is, then, we're screwed. So investigating these things, looking into issues, yeah, we really should. Donald Trump. Okay, if you want to impeach him because you think he did something bad, okay, you can do it in your investigation. I agree. If no outcome, and I mean like real outcome of a crime, an actual crime, not your bullshit political view, And this is on all sides. If an actual crime was there, or, he was getting big cutbacks, yeah, I'd go after him. I don't care who you are. You're stealing from the American people. Get rid of that piece of junk. But at the same time, if nothing comes about it and you've done nothing, expect the outcome. What have the House done? And I'm not saying one side or the other. I'm saying the House. What has it actually done? Nothing. And that's sad. And when the House does nothing, the people get nothing. So, you want to go do your research that you already did with Mueller. That didn't pan out. And then you wanted to go and pull a whistleblower? Oh, well, now we don't need him. Yeah, you do. Well, we're going to go other avenues because that didn't pan out for you. Okay. Well, we want to get into finances. Oh, we want to do this. What do finances have to do with presidency? You're saying that he is an illegitimate president because he is a bad person? Because he is this, that, and the other? You wanted to have Hillary Clinton in office, and she was a bad person. Despite her saying, well, the emails that, I was exonerated from. No, you weren't really investigated. And that's the problem that they are finding out. That's why we should really look into this and have checks and balances against another group of people in high power being able to do that. The FISA court? That should be looked into. Yeah, we need it, but at the same time, we need to make sure that it's not being abused. I can see both sides, needing it and not needing it. Let's see systems. But like most of my videos, I just rant. Because that's, I'm freely able to do so. And it doesn't really matter. If I rant, it's what I get out of it that matters. So I can look back at this later on and see, oh, my view did change. Or, oh, I was wrong here, or I was wrong there. That's okay. And looking at this, a big moment in our lives with impeachment or an attempt to impeach, what actually happened during this time? What happened after this time? It's a crazy world. The only thing I can say, and I'm thankful for, is at least the government hasn't completely shut down. At least some people are still doing things. But in the wake of all this, you're going to see battle lines. And my one question, and I'm saying this on the side of, I have no remorse for stupid. I would love to watch idiots burn. And I'm not saying, like, somebody goes out there and burns them. I'm saying, the stove's on, and yet you want to touch it anyways because you don't know how to think about cause and effect or anything. Well, watch the sides burn. And even the class that I lean more towards, Republicans, I'd love to see some of them, burst into flames for their stupidity. Running out there, putting in their talking points, and then changing last minute. We don't need that. Pick a side. I'm not for the people that are, I'm going to be Republican this year, and then I'm going to be Democrat next year. No, pick a side. Pick a view, pick a point, pick a whatever you want to call it, and stick with it. These hawks that want to just stay in war, say your piece. Stick to your guns. And if somebody comes in, Democrat or Republican, and has a way of doing things that's obviously different, and it actually works, then maybe you can look and be like, maybe I was wrong. Maybe we need to change things. This world changes often and quickly. Maybe we should look into changing ourselves. That's the point. With that, going all over the place. See, my eye hurting and everything. Being sick, yeah. Go figure as much. Anyways, you guys have a good one. Peace.